Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
How's it going, peeps? Welcome back if you were here with us 30 minutes ago. My name is Grant. Today we have day 10 of the BJ Destruction Team League. Today I am joined by two co-casters. One of them is my dog. His name is Ziggy, not after a Reaper player. He's going to try and help, but doesn't talk very good English. And the other is the spooky spider called Clarence. He also doesn't talk, so mainly it's just going to be me. My dog just wants to eat all of my flapjacks. We will take a look at the bracket and stuff as we are going. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit for me because it's really loud. I'll turn it up for the stream. Okay, hopefully it sounds okay. Sushi, if you could let me know, that would be great. Let's take a look at the bracket whilst we are here. Transition. Oh, I've proper got that down. Right. Okay. So, here we are. This is the BJ Destruction Team League. For those that are new to this tournament, this is a Team League tournament where the players pick their own teams. You can see the teams here. Team Maru, which we are casting today, is Maru, Innovation, Rogue, and Creator. I know, it's a good team. And today they are playing Team herO, which is herO, SOS, Zest, and Fantasy. I know, they have a lot of Protosses, so they're a good team. So, you can see the brackets here. Team Maru, everyone's favourite, have to win. They can lose, but they have to not lose badly. Team herO are relatively safe. At worst, they go 2-2. Yep, so they will be safe no matter what. So Maru has a lot to play for today with his boys. You can see this is day 10. There have been 10 days of the regular season. Uno, dos, tres. I don't know the rest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the top 4 teams, top 3 teams, 1, 2, 3, yeah, go into this bracket. You can see the team in first place will drop straight into the grand finals. Team Classic has secured that grand final spot. So now Team Maru and Team herO are playing for that. For this spot, if Team Maru loses and doesn't take a map, they will be out. Which is bad. They don't want to be out. Let me switch back to me. I don't have anything set up today. We're just winging it. Enjoy the Brood War music, guys. So I cast this from a feed. I will not be in the games. What that means is we don't have game sound. So what we do is we just put some really wicked music on in the background. Usually StarCraft music. Today I've gone for Brood War music because I really like Brood War. Everything's looking good on my end. Let's just check we're on Team Liquid. Oh, we are. Aren't we having a good day? The way the format of this tournament works is it is all kill. The players send out 1 player each, and then it's all kill. The first one to kill 4 wins. There is no resurrections. You do not bring any players back. So it's really just you have to have a good day. For certain players in this tournament who have been phenomenal. Solar specifically has been absolutely unbelievable for Team Classic. I think he all killed Team herO, yeah. We just cast Solar in a Alpha Pro Series match before this, where he also won against TY in a best of 9. So, Ziggy's just watching me. Ziggy, you're not a very good co-commentator, mate. Do you want another flapjack? Right. I'm going to feed my dog flapjacks, guys. Don't worry about it. to have him here. Are you happy? Yum, yum, yum. Good boy. Got a mouthful. I usually wouldn't eat on stream, guys. But I literally finished casting 20 minutes ago. For like 3 hours. Had to check on my dog, take him out and stuff, so I didn't have time to eat. So I'm just gonna maybe snack a little bit. We are waiting for the games to start. I'm not gonna mess about and waste time. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed WCS in the last few days. I know I did. I was lucky enough to commentate it. If you don't know me, I am Grant. I use my real name as my game name because I'm very original. My Twitter is down there, and I also stream on Twitch with that same Grant Sucker 2. It's my dad's birthday today, so that's exciting. Don't know why I'm sharing it all with you. So, what's up? I can't see chat, I don't know why. I think I hit it. Oh, there it is. This isn't the right chat. This is. Games will start very soon, I imagine. Some cool things about this tournament. Team Classic, currently, as I said, leading. Classic, the captain hasn't played a single game. They have never dropped more than 2 maps. He says without double checking. Yep. Classic still yet to play. Impact, Solar and Ragnarok have done all the heavy lifting. Ragnarok as well has loads of kills. That aggressive little boy. I am just waiting for the games to start, guys. They are just going through their boring stuff. The stream that I cast from. Thank you for joining us on Africa today. I appreciate that. I know not everybody uses this platform regularly, but it is really, really nice, especially if you want to see some Korean StarCraft. I apologise for not shaving. I couldn't be bothered. The Brood War music is so good, right? So today it is Maru, Innovation, Rogue and Creator going up against herO, SOS, Zest and Fantasy. This is being casted in Korean as well by JYP and Friends. Good old JYP. Recently came out of retirement for a show match and absolutely smashed it. Well done. I always love JYP. Those sort of the Korean EG, early EG members were wicked. It's very sunny here in England. Some grey clouds. They're very puffy, very fluffy. It looks nice. I've got a nice view today. I'm going to walk my dog after this. I'm just wasting time while we wait for games to start. I'm just going to chat shit. Chat stuff. Language, Timothy. We'll wait to see who the first players are. I will find out as soon as you find out. Hopefully soon. I could just sing to you if you like. I don't feel like people would appreciate that. Games will be starting very shortly, guys, I promise you. The commentators are looking like we're loading in. Oh, we are. We are loading into map 1. So I'll see you there. Okay, so actually going to be starting with a ZVP. Which is very, very fun. Let me, ta-da! Fixed. Actually, no, not fixed. Yeah, fixed. It can stay. Screw it, it'll be fun. Okay. So we do have herO, the team captain, sending himself out first in the bottom right in red. Playing for Team Triumphant Song Gaming. And in the top left, we do have Rogue, the Blue Zerg. Team's Rogue currently played for Jinna? Jinna. Must be Jinna. Green Wings. So both these players playing in the Chinese Pro League. They're opening very standard so far. We see the gate on the low ground out of herO, and that that hatch first, sorry, out of Rogue. Probably followed by Gas and then a Pool. Very standard. Get those 2 queens nice and quickly. My co-commentator has gone to sleep. Thanks, Ziggy. Yep, so it is hatch, gas, pool. So we'll see that 2 queen opening. It looks like we're going to see Nexus before Cybercore by the looks of that probe. So both players go for those economic openings. Very nice, very tasty, very standard. As I previously said, this is all kill, so whoever loses this will be out for today. You will only see them play once. Whoever wins gets to go on and play someone else. I like Rogue in this position. I feel like ZVP is slightly Z favoured in Korea. Very aggressive. Ooh. Talking about very aggressive plays, we do have herO looking for a proxy pylon. I imagine it's going to be a proxy Stargate. You could also hide DTs or something. I've seen players like Goblin, Croatian Protoss hide everything. We'll have to wait and see for that one. It is a Stargate, so the more standard proxy building. Now this won't be scouted anytime soon. Rogue hasn't sent his overlords into that position, and in fact has opted not to scout at all, which is slightly frustrating from Rogue. This proxy Oracle will hit very, very quickly. I imagine he's banking Chrono in order to use it. He also has the Adept coming across the map. We will see another Adept as well. The plan here is to hit in the main, pull the queens away, or hit in the natural, pull the queens away, and then let your Oracle do all the damage. Or your Adepts do all the damage, depending on how you commit, and how your opponent responds. So we do see Chrono immediately into that Adept. Behind this, no tech yet thrown down as a transition for herO. We'll have to see whether he throws down a Robo or a Twilight Council as a follow-up. He may also try and take quite a quick third. Right now spending his money just on his units and his probe count. He will probably commit to... Okay, does not commit just yet. I suppose the Oracle's not quite here. The third base does get a few slaps from the Adepts. A few little beams. There is no Spore Crawler here. This could be very, very scary. And now herO will shade in. The Oracle will hit at the exact same time. The drone pool, very, very good, very, very quick. 2 workers immediately full. Will the Adept get any kills as well? Hard to see just yet. Another worker will go down if the micro's good. 4, 5. Actually, where did the Adepts go? The Adepts may have gone home. There is a Ling counterattack, and it has gotten in. The Adepts have found a decent position to shade into and to hide. They will manage to pick up a few here. The workers will have to fight, and this is very, very good for Rogue. He's been a pain in the ass. He gets a full scout. He sees that it is Twilight Council, and that Twilight Council is researching. He doesn't know for sure if it is Blink or Glaives. It is going to be Glaives in this scenario, so herO looking very aggressive. He didn't actually kill many, if any, workers. He forced a couple of pools, which is nice. But nothing, you know, nothing to write home with that. For Rogue, he didn't get the kind of damage he would have been looking for. And just checking everything is good. Sound good. Okay, the game's sort of normalising now. We do have that Robo coming in, probably for a Prism, maybe a couple of Immortals. The screen is going to freeze slightly. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Casting from the feed is a nightmare. We do have the Roach Warren. Very, very good against these Adepts. Seeing this number of Adepts, you now do definitely know that it is going to be that Glaives upgrade. Glaives not yet done. Still a good 20 seconds away. No, I was going to say, I don't think we see herO commit just yet. Maybe wait for another round of war pins. The full wall does come in. Oh, and the Adepts do shade past. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't complete that shade. Glaives is now done. He has a good 5 or 6. Behind the sea is taking it forward, getting that Prism as we'd anticipated, and his third. This time, wow, he's really not going to commit at all. Okay then. So far, everything very standard from our Zag player. Nothing too... different or exciting. Okay, I will lower my mic. That should be a little bit better, guys. I apologise if it was a bit loud. It's always hard to know when you're casting in different setups. The best way to do it, you have to adjust. We will keep an eye on it. I do have my resident feedback expert messaging me, so hopefully we can make sure things sound and look good for you. The Adepts finally do shade in. They will catch a couple of workers here. The Prism is here to rescue a good amount of them as well. He may choose to just ferry up into the main. Yep, it does indeed do so. This Prism has taken a bit of a battering from these queens, but does see the Spire. Very, very important there to see that tech choice. And 9, 10, probably 12 workers will go down here. Yeah, 12. Doing a Rotty and predicting. Now the Spire is going to be very, very interesting. How much gas does Rogue have? He does have a good amount banked as well. We're going to see probably 7 meters immediately. That can be used to counter-attack and just be very frustrating for the Protoss player. herO is moving across the map now. He does have his Prism. This Stargate has been unpowered, which is slightly unfortunate. Keeping an Oracle at home is really, really nice. It can clean up his link counters very, very well. Now the Immortal here will help softening up these buildings and these roaches and these ravages. Oh, the Bile does get some decent connections there actually. For Rogue, able to fend off this pressure. Wow, there's so many Immortals at home. I'm surprised to see so many. Once these Immortals join this army becomes very scary. But 2 Immortals walking across the map, waddling across solo is... I'd be nervous for herO. You never know where there are lings, especially when you're playing against Rogue, one of, if not the best Korean Zerg. He has lings moving around all the time. This 4th base for Rogue is a little bit open, as my observer has just noted. The Immortals have joined though, and that makes this a little scary. There are 6 mutas on the way, as we had expected earlier. The Stargate slowly being tickled away at. We are going to get a couple of Archons by the looks of things. Very, very nice. This is a scary army that herO has amassed. Sure, Rogue's up an army supply, but it is mainly roaches. Now, the mutas are going to be frustrating. There is a cannon in each base because the mutas have been seen, or at least expected from that earlier scout. And the muta's actually just going to go straight over. We should see a couple of Stalkers probably walked in at home. This base, unfortunately, will not keep going. Doesn't even get cancelled. Very frustrating. That's 300 minerals down the toilet there for our Zerg player. And that's a lot of money, you know. Rogue is... Okay, I was going to say Rogue is banking a little bit there. He was floating, but he does manage to spend it. He is making more and more stuff. It's hard to see what right now. How many drones is he at? 66. So these players at very even work accounts. And now it is Rogue that is choosing to be the aggressor. And actually herO's out of position. Is he going to recall? He needs to recall. Okay, so he does recall over to the 3rd, but now the army hasn't got the best spread. The Guardian Shield does come down. There are a lot of Zealots here doing a lot, and the Immortals have a very, very good angle. They're managing to pick off a lot of his units. There's also one in the back. This army's starting to fall pretty rapidly now for Rogue. He is remaking a lot of Roaches, but Roaches aren't great against this many Immortals, and the Immortals are going to be microed in and out of that Prism, upsy-downsy, as they pick off more and more Roaches and Ravagers. The army is starting to fall apart a little bit here for Rogue, and I think herO is probably feeling pretty good to move across the map. I think most of the mutas died as well, if not all, leaving this army pretty much uncontested. You can see there are 6 or 7 gates. There's going to be more Archons joining the fray. And what does Rogue have to tackle this? He has very, very few units. If the force fields are good, okay, there are no sentries, so that's, I guess, a positive. Creep tumor is denied. These Phoenixes are going to be able to pick up so many of the Ravagers as well. As you can see, Ravagers disappear. No, not disappear, but they do fall under these Phoenix pickups. Phoenix is made for the Mutalisk and have ended up doing a lot more than they needed to. They're going to be very, very useful in this later army. Come on, stream, don't be like this. Apparently my mic is still a little high. I'm going to lower it a bit more and try and fix the stream issue. I am casting from a feed, and unfortunately, when they struggle, we struggle. I'll close a little bit too, make sure it isn't me. Okay, the stream is good. We will carry on. Sorry about that, guys. Again, I apologise if my mic is a little bit high. We are just getting through. I've just been casting in a different format, and I have to change it depending on where I am and what I'm casting. Unfortunately. But, you know, turn me down a little bit. Hopefully it's okay. We've made a couple of changes. One of his immortals does get pounced on, immediately saved by the prism. Very, very nice here, saving as many of the units as he can. Actually, a lot of these immortals now getting really jumped on, and there's so many roaches and ravagers here. The Archons haven't managed to get a decent few hits, and there were no zealots to tank. It does look like Rogue's done a really good job of punching through here. Now the army is starting to dissipate a little bit for Rogue. You can see the Archons managed to find a better position. With the Prism Micro, this is now starting to look a lot better for herO. But Rogue manages to keep pretty healthy in the old supply. He's making 10 more roaches. There are more and more immortals coming. Storm is nearly done. I don't think Storm is necessarily the best choice. It does slowly weaken up the roaches, and it is quite good against the ravagers. But there are no lings here. Okay, 20 lings now in production, and 4 swarm hosts in production. Very different by Rogue. As you can see, that Storm does manage to coat them. Takes about 30% of the health from all of those roaches. You need a good few to be able to actually get the kills. Revelation on the army, very, very nice. And now there are a lot of swarm hosts coming, and I don't think that herO has an answer particularly for these swarm hosts. He does see them very early, which is nice. These storms are very, very good on top of all these roaches. As you can see, with a few immortals, once you get 2 or 3 storms, it does change the swing of things. GG is called. herO manages to just do too much damage and punch through. And Team Maru go down 1-0. Transition. No, wrong transition. Use my WCS transition. Transition. There we go. Here I am. Hello. This is the problem when you have too many scenes. So, okay. Team herO do take it 1-0. herO himself, the captain, does manage to break through the Zerg player. That is the only Zerg player from Team Maru. So Team Maru are now forced to either throw out Creator, the Protoss, or Maru or Innovation, the Terran players. Now, Creator is very good in PvP. He plays a lot of 1 and 2 base builds. Don't see him go a huge amount further that often. He has done it a little bit in this tournament, but from his stream and stuff, I mainly see him play 1 base styles and sometimes some 2. If you're joining, guys, this is the Alpha Destruction Team League. This is a $7,000 tournament. We are on day 10. We have cast every day apart from the first 2 because we were invited later to do so. Thank you for watching. If you type in, don't see him. Oh, okay, it was a huge amount. That was awful. The Liquipedia is BJ Destruction Team League. We are on Season 2. We are now waiting to find out who the next player is going to be. It is all kill format. My name is Grant. I'm here representing Team Alpha, as you can see. This is not an Alpha tournament, but they allow us to cast it because they're nice guys and they're like us Westerners to get, and we Aussies and stuff as well, to get the best possible content. And this tournament has been some of the best possible content. We've had like a 35-minute game between Maru and Sue with mass nukes that Maru managed to win. It's been absolutely unreal. I am casting from a feed, so you will notice there is no game sound. I do apologise. I wish I could fix it. Hopefully next season they will let us into the game, or at least give some replays. We'll cast from them. Please check out all of Alpha's social media, and also you can see mine down here somewhere. I don't bend that way. If you have any questions in chat as well, Africa is a pretty easy place to get your head around. I will try to answer whatever I can if I see chat. Hopefully I can. To do so. We are still waiting to find out who the next player is. JYP and friends are looking surprised. It looks like we are going to load into the game, so I will see you there. Okay, in the bottom right, it is Creator from Team Maru. That has been brought in, the Junior Green Wings Protoss player. And for those of you who are new to this broadcast, Creator is my favourite player on the planet, so I am going to be super biased, even though I shouldn't be. And in the top left, winning the last game from Triumphant Sun Gaming, it is herO, and he is playing for his own team. He is the captain of his team. We are going to see gateways from both. We won't see any forges or anything ultra unexpected. I would like to see a forge, obviously, as a man who truly appreciates a cannon rush. Sushi, I was completely misreading what you're sending me. It should be better now, guys. Sorry about the sound levels. I read lower mic, and in fact it said lower music. Whoopsie. Okay, so the game starting with those double gateways as we expect. The first sort of adjustment in the game will be what comes out of these gateways and if there are any proxies thrown down. In PvP recently, it's become very trendy to put a proxy down even if you're not proxying. We will wait and see if that is the scenario. You can see Creator has put that gateway, that pylon, and they are just meters from one another. We'll have to wait and see if they scout. It's going to be very close. Now I do think we will have to see what the choices are. Are they both going to go for Stargates? That's Cybernetics Core just finishing for both of these players. Stargate for herO. Twilight Council for Creator. So we do have a little bit of a difference here. Now, does Creator scout? A lot of people will make these first couple of units and then scout. We do see double adepts out of both. Now, this probe is coming in at a weird time, and I think Creator can probably, from there, figure out that it is something funky. We'll probably see the gateway wall, the pylon block attempted. It doesn't look like it will happen. That probe in position to stop it, and also in position to block the adepts when they do try to shade in. Now it does look like we're going to see a Dark Shrine actually from our Jin Green Wing player, and we do see that Dark Shrine, so very interesting. A little bit cheeky, a little bit different. Dark Shrine's not as prevalent in PvP as an opening as they used to be, but Creator definitely, as I said, likes to play that aggressive style. He's going to shade up, see its wall. Oh, he doesn't get his own wall up. Oh, this is really bad. Creator now in a huge amount of trouble. Is forced to recall his 2 adepts immediately. He will lose multiple probes. Unfortunately, in PvP, this can mean end game. He is going to lose so many probes. 5 go down immediately. We may see a 6th. We do not see a 6th. It does shade away. But 5 workers lost this early is huge. You can see Creator is now down 4 workers. He is down 5 supply in total. And he has a bit of a battle now. He was a little bit slow. The Oracle, I believe, was scouted. But will the DTs do damage? That is a question. Now, the Oracle is across the map, and this is very good, because that is the detection. Dark Shrine is now finishing, and there is a pylon very close to that base. The Robo has now started, and herO is coming home with that Oracle, and it does have enough energy for a revelation. The full wall goes down. I think herO definitely knows what he's up against. He knows it's Dark Shrines. He sees them warping in then as well. Well, if he was paying attention to the pylon and the shimmery shades, he will now know what he's against. The Oracle probably not going to do too much damage, but having 2 here makes this very going. The full wall is done, the Robo very close, and I think Creator might be in a lot of trouble, guys. It pains me to say that Creator is not going to get any damage done. He has expanded first, and that is nice, but he has to be able to take no more damage. He has to be able to macro to the best of his abilities. That probe does go down, and the Nexus is delayed. 2 Oracles, very difficult to deal with. A couple of Stalkers warped in will help a lot. And he does have the battery to fall back to, so that's also very nice. We can see there are a lot of Stalkers here. The Observer is close as well. This DT may try and just sneak his way in. No, he's going to go down. Goodbye, Mr. Dark Templar. He does fall. Behind this, Creator's going Blink. So he is trying to transition. Now he doesn't have the Robo, and these Immortals will be very, very scary for him. Also is behind in that Forge, as our observer just showed. Creator doesn't yet have his Forge, so his +1 will be slower. Be interesting to see if he does just go for +1 weapons or shields or something along those lines. As we previously said, Creator's natural is faster, and that will be useful for him. And for now, the game takes a chill pill. Blinker's nearly done, and I think once Blinker's done, these oracles, completely forgot the word for them, make them every game, will fall. And Creator is just looking around. herO does have one of those stasis wards, can be very frustrating. Actually didn't finish. So he could have targeted that down, but chose not to. Creator goes and sees there is no third. I don't think he's expecting to hide a pylon in this position by any means. So close to scouted everywhere, but where that Stargate is. I think he probably knows where it is now. Yes. You found it. Well done. So Creator will be able to unpower this Stargate. We do have hallucinations coming out from herO to get more information. Doesn't want to risk sacking units in order to get so. But the scary thing right now is that herO's going to be up in upgrades. He has Immortals to the no Robotech of Creator. Sure, Creator is able to make Archons a bit quicker, and they are good against Immortals, but they're not great. You really do want to have Immortals of your own to deal with this. Creator will have Zealot legs, and that's very, very nice. That is able to get on top of the Immortals and do a lot of DPS very quickly, which is the best way to kill Immortals. And now we have the move out here from herO, and I really, really am scared for Creator in this scenario. The Oracle's going to be able to hit in multiple locations, or provide some support for the army. Now, this is very nice for Creator. Creator making some nice moves. Actually, this is a huge Artosis pylon. He needs to throw a Tasis pylon down right away, and does so. But this is going to empower a lot of... Oh, actually, trying to keep it alive. Oh, and it does survive. Really, really nice there. Creator actually ends up losing a couple of Stalkers. Is forced to recall. And very, very nice there. He pulled the army back. He bought the time he needed. He took his fare behind this. I like that from Creator, making nice plays. He didn't get the empower he wanted, but it's okay. He's just managed to pull his opponent apart a little bit. Lots of gateways being added for both of them now as they power up to 3 bases. This hallucinated Phoenix is sharking around, seeing if he can get some information. That one probe ends up eating the stasis. And the Creator now on even supply. He is still down a couple of workers. He did lose workers early to the Adept Shade getting in, which was a mistake you really don't want to make. But he's managed to win that back a little bit. He is getting a lot of information. He's just seen the proxy pile. Oh no, it was the Oracle. Okay. And he saw that it was making that stasis. He may try... Oh, 5 Stalkers straight away. And I think herO sees this maybe as an opportunity to get some damage done. herO doesn't know... He doesn't have vision on them right now to know that timing. It does look like they'll be fine in the end. And Creator is moving out with his army to meet herO in the middle of the map. We could have a big battle soon, ladies and gents. That'd be nice. This game... Still very, very calm, nothing too mental happening. Creator does see that Nexus time and go, oh, mine's much quicker. So he'd be feeling good about that. His upgrade's actually caught up as well. Oh, no, sorry, he is down half an upgrade to herO. It looked almost empty to me. I need to get new glasses. Creator is moving out. He does have Zealot legs. He does have a lot of Archons too. These Stalkers need to blink away very, very quickly. He doesn't want to be losing them. Okay, one goes down, but not the end of the world. The Stasis Ward, super frustrating. Slows those probes down for multiple seconds. We do have a bit of a flank coming in here as Creator tries to get on top of this army. He has so many Zealots. They do all waste their charge on the 2 Zealots from herO, but Creator I feel like has taken a decent fight. The Hallucinated Colossus does come out, and will provide that bit more buffering, but there's just so many Immortals, and the Immortals can't be broken. Creator now down 30 supply. I think that was the best fight you could take. He got a decent flank. He managed to get on top of some of those Immortals and things, but he just has nothing left. It's now 62 army supply to 18. GG is called, and herO does go up 2-0 for his team in this best of 7 all-kill show match. Show match team league. Well, wasn't that good. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. I do want to take a second look. I'm sat all the way down here. I'd get told off if my friends were watching that. I do want to take a minute just to talk about what we have going on at the moment. So, for those of you who maybe don't know or are unfamiliar with this league, this is the Africa BJ Destruction Team League, sponsored by Africa and Onpoon. It is a Korean league where the players pick their own. My name is Grant. I'm commentating here for Team Alpha. You can see all the stuff above. Alpha do not sponsor this event. This is not our event by any means, but we get to commentate it. We do have some of our own events coming up, and we also had one earlier today, so I want to take a minute to talk about the Alpha Pro Series. So the Alpha Pro Series is our best of 9 show matches between some of the best players in the world. We have 3 tiers, Standard, Premier and Elite. Earlier today we did have a Premier show match between Solar and TY, that Solar won 5-3, but coming up this weekend we do have Sue versus TY in a best of 9 show match. 2 of the best players in the world playing in an elite show match for $200+. It will end with an interview as well by the lovely Hutchinson. We're only able to do this because of our sponsors, so I do want to take a minute to talk about our sponsors. Let me see if I can find my overlay thing. First of all, what I want to talk about is 24-Hour Fitness. 24-Hour Fitness is, as you can imagine, a gym in the United States. They have 436 locations where you can go 24 hours a day to get your sweat on. If you want to have that dream body, if you want to look good, if you want to feel good, which is very important for StarCraft 2, by the way, you should check out 24-Hour Fitness. They have free weights, they have classes, they have PTs, they have pools, they have everything you could ask for you to be able to achieve your fitness goals. And they do sponsor Alpha's events, not this event I'm commentating now, but our future and previous ones, so thank you to them. For now, let's get in the game, because that's what we're all here for. And I think what we're all here for is Maru, who is the next player out against herO. So Maru and Innovation will be playing in these games. Oh, I've just fat-fingered my keyboard. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we do have Maru. Maru is not going to be his traditional Maru and proxy. He is playing relatively standard so far. Maru coming out as the captain of his own team. And we do have herO opening again very standard. He is going to use that gateway to block off that Reaper path once the Cybercore comes up as well. Oh, okay. Can you block it just with a... Okay, I didn't know that. herO taking that gas. We will probably see... will we see... I don't know if we'll see Cybercore before Nexus. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm not going to try and predict herO. He has been going Nexus, but different match. Maru is going to go for that SCV scout, wants to be safe, doesn't want to be cheesed out of this game. This is very important. Team Maru from here need to win at least 1 series. I think they need to win 2 to have any chance of progressing. And Team Maru came into this the favourites. Maru, Innovation, Creator and Rogue. You look at that team of 4 and you go, champions. I did. I thought the season was going to be a complete write-off. It's not even been close. Team Maru have struggled massively. So, we are seeing everything very normal. Maru's coming to steal some minerals and disrupt some probes. His little drilly SCV being frustrating. Maru is excuse me. Maru is going to scout for any max packs gateways near his main so he doesn't get completely swamped by adepts or anything early. And Maru does actually build a bunker. Very, very safe play from Maru. Doesn't want to take any damage. The bunker is close enough that it will be able to deal with the adept. If a stalker were to come across the map, he would also be prepared. Both players having such a good scout. Maru obviously very renowned for his aggressive plays. That's the way of saying he T-Rexes a lot. But also the best Terran and possibly the best player in the world and possibly of all time. Obviously, there's a certain Finn who would maybe disagree with that, but we never get to find out, do we? Now, Maru adds on his factory, gets his orbital, continues to make a couple of workers. He does have units safe at home to deal with anything that comes across. We do have a Twilight Council from herO, very standard. We will probably see Blink. There's also the possibility of Glaives. No, it is going to be Blink. No Patience builds here today. And the game is very normal. Very, you know, this is what you expect to see in a standard game. If I say standard PvT, this is it so far. Maru is producing Widow Mine and getting that starport, so we would expect a Widow Mine drop shortly. He does jump in and see that, yeah, okay, herO's good enough to know that he can create that wall. Hallucinated Phoenix gets a full scout, and now herO does know what he's playing against. Maru actually manages to sneak his way through and will get a good read of this game. He does see absolutely everything, very nice for him. He now knows he is playing up against Blink, he sees that Robo. And both players have all the information they need, so now it comes down to style. As you can see, herO saw everything. Maru also saw everything, and there is Banshees and Cloak coming out of Maru. Very interesting, very aggressive, as we expect from the young Terran player. He's not that young anymore, is he? I'm just old. Behind this, he is getting tanks. Is Maru going to play mech? No, surely not. I think he will go into bio. We will have to see. Oh no, okay, there's the other racks. Okay, he is going to play bio. I didn't get to see the gases. Oh, there are no gases in the natural, I think. So yeah, it was always going to be bio. Maru getting his eBay. Just the one for now. And he is adding on a Raven. So Maru certainly made it look like he was going to go for a Widow Mine drop. He has now faked into that Cloak Banshee. And they do require different responses. There is decent preparation from herO. He does have an observer, although it does look like it's going across the map possibly. Yes, it is. Maru is going all the way around the outskirts of the map. You can see him right now in the very top right corner, slowly making his way. Here we go. Over the mineral cart, we do have quite a quick Templar Archives out of herO. Before his third base or anything like that, this Cloak Banshee will skirt by. It won't be seen because it is currently cloaked and there is no observer here. There's no vision here so far for herO. herO doesn't have anything to see this. This Banshee is now going to get in. We should see probably 3 or 4 workers immediately fall. There goes the second. This is the reaction to this from herO is very, very slow. He does recall the observer, but 6 workers went down. That's absolutely huge. Maru managing to get a really, really good read of the game here and do a lot. He's also going to pick away at this pylon. I don't think he kills it. The pylon will take too long and the stalkers will get here and manage to give him a stroke. No, can they not reach? Oh, the observer's not here. This pylon will go down. Wow. Get it, Maru. Run away. Maru does get a pylon. You know, it's something nice for his troubles. Storm is nearly done, though, from our Protoss player. And he is getting close to free base. And a Protoss player, once he hits that 6 gas mark, becomes very, very dangerous. He can get up to 8 gates. He can become very, very aggressive. And it comes down to nice micro, nice transitions from a Terran, or hitting a Chris Simon himself. He's not going to hit the full Storm. That has now finished. But Maru needs to be careful. He needs to make sure he doesn't die to anything silly. He is going to continue to try and tickle away at this pylon. Very frustrating by Maru. Just forcing extra actions, forcing units where they don't want to be right now. Out of herO. And Maru has powered up in supply. He is up in workers, which as a Terran is a bit of a surprise. He is now loading up. Oh my god, Maru is insane. Maru, no. Maru with balls the size of globes is now moving across the map with absolutely everything he has. Oh my god, he's only lost 3 units this game. In medevacs, he scans. There's so many High Templars. Oh, he also has a Raven, probably for those turrets. Auto turrets could be very, very useful here to do a lot of DPS. He could also hit that big anti-armor missile and tear through those zealots. Or Maru a little bit indecisive. There is something just above him, and I think it's a pylon. in the sort of 4th location for herO. Maru isn't going to go for it. He did change his mind. I think he will harass with the Raven still, but he is going to pull his army home. There are stalkers out on the map here. Maru does catch them and will be able to pounce on them. Did the Raven go for any harassment? It doesn't look like it has done so yet. It's no longer with the army, so I'm not really sure where it went. Oh, it's now heading in. As you can see, it will drop a couple of these turrets. They do a lot of DPS. Workers will fall very, very quickly. That prism could be in risk. Maru has a decent army here. He has a lot of Widow Mines. They're not currently burrowed. They do need to. They do get a couple of good hits off on these Zealots, and with the Liberators here, it's very difficult for herO to push into this. Maru is so clean. All that Storm, as I say, doing a lot of damage. Maru still has a very good army. There are now tanks here too to join this position. With Widow Mines surrounding them, they become so difficult to break. The Storm's very good by herO though. Let's never count herO out. The Storm's absolutely incredible. herO does break Maru in this location. He does even up a lot of the supply as well. Maru losing so much. He traded pretty well. I think he picked off a lot of those units, and Maru is still up in supply. And it is all in army supply. Maru's upgrades are slightly behind. He does have 1-1 as opposed to just the +2 armour from herO. That +2 armour coming in dividends in that last fight. The 1 Marauder drop, maybe not the most efficient, but I appreciate the effort. Maru has his 3rd up, very, very nicely saturated behind this, and he is still up in supply. Let's never count him out. His worker count is good, and he has mules on top of that. We do have the Zealot drop loaded up by herO, and he is going to head across the map. There are missile turrets in position, as our observer shows. Things are looking pretty good for both of these players. Neither one of them in a massive amount of trouble yet. I think it will come down to whose harass pays off first. Now this Warp Prism, I believe, may have actually just been caught. Zealots with that... Oh no, it is here. So the Warp Prism now going into the main. It is going to take some hits from these missile turrets and will go down. There are 3 Zealots in the main though, and that's frustrating. Maru can use those Liberators to siege up on top of them, but herO is coming across the map. Now, Ghosts are in production, and they will be vital for dealing with this. Maru scans and sees and knows what he's up against. The Widow Mines are going to try and get in position. He does also have some tanks, although I'm not sure. Oh, no, he doesn't have tanks. He lost his tanks. Vikings being added is very interesting. Maru may be thinking there are Colossus coming, but there most certainly aren't. The fight actually very good so far, although the Storms for herO are deadly. Maru managing to take a good fight. All of those High Templars actually getting unpowered. Workers are pulled for this fight. Maru knows he has to do something here. He has to take a good one. He is trading so efficiently. All of this army for herO is dying. Maru lost a lot of workers, 27 in fact, but he keeps so much army alive. It's now 52 to 20 army supply, and I'm surprised to see Maru not immediately charge across the map. So Maru is still up in supply. Now he is down in workers and up in army, which is a little scary for him. He's not making more workers, so I'm really surprised as to Maru's move out. After throwing away so much of that economy, he's not going to attempt to punish his opponent and do economic damage himself. Even if he just loaded up a few drops there, he would have had a lot of potential. I think that's probably High Templars. Oh no, it is another Zealot drop. Scooping around the map here from herO. Nothing. Maru's sitting very much back. He is rebuilding SCVs. Slightly surprising for me. I don't think Maru quite realised how well that fight went for him. Maybe he wants to get to that hyper late game where he feels most comfortable. Maybe he believes in his Ghosts and his Liberators. He is currently taking more economic damage at home. You can see that SCV number is dropping. Actually, a lot more workers going down. Maru's really bled a lot of workers this game. And he's really struggling to deal with this harassment at home, instead pulling back his whole army. Slightly sloppy there from Maru, although I can never be one to criticise someone with this many GSL titles, so I apologise. This Warp Prism will go down. These Vikings proving very useful for that, and I guess that is their purpose. I don't think they were for Colossus too early. Maru catching a large chunk of Stalkers out. He does have that concussive shells, so one of them will explode. The Storm does not hit its mark. But there is another Zealot drop, and these are so frustrating. Maru has been torn apart by these Zealot drops. You can see that working. Oh, okay. The reinforcements were denied by the sniping of that prism. So it is just a free at home. Maru is still losing workers. He really could do with making something happen here. He has a lot of Widow Mines. Oh, friendly fire from one of them. The storm flank was also very, very good. Maru is now down in supply for the first time in a while. He hits huge EMPs though. All of those High Templars immediately gone. There is no more storms. Maru is going to stand and fight. The blink is very, very good. The Immortal on the left does go down. The Archons do pop now. I'm surprised to see the Vikings not land. There we go. The Vikings now do land. Maru is going to pick up and try and get into the main, but I do think Maru might be in trouble. Maru may have to run. He does load up and is going to try and escape. He does have more units coming across the map as well. Maru's certainly not dead. He's still up in army supply, but he's just not been able to make anything happen. And now there are disruptors on the field. The recall is immediate by herO. He is going to be... Oh, he picks off a medevac as well. All of his units so irreplaceable for Maru. And Maru needs to win this. His team need a decent score in this show match. It could end up coming down to innovation to have to reverse sweep this if he wants any chance of advancing into the bracket stage. Now Maru has still got okay vision across the map, although his army is out of position and his third base is in trouble here. Maru's going to have to turn around. He has nothing here. This third base will fall. Actually, herO choosing not to get that last hit on the command center, instead is going to turn away and try and catch Maru's army. We do see a couple of decent feedbacks on the ghosts, and here comes the disruptor. The first hit, not perfect. Maru was split like no one else, and now his micro very, very good. One Widow Mine goes down to the next one, but this is very, very scary right now. Maru has so little left. The fight is very scrappy. Maru is forced to load up. He's down 40 supply right now. The Liberators as well will get picked off. The medevacs are falling. GG. herO goes up 3-0. Match point against Team Maru. Ooh. How very exciting. Sit up in my chair a little bit. Team Maru in a little bit of trouble here. Things are certainly not looking great for him. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. My name is Grant. In case you've never seen me before, I am an English caster for Alpha. I'm also a WCS caster for Challenger from the UK. I cast on Africa and Twitch. My personal Twitch and Twitter you can see below. It is GrantSC2. If you're not doing anything, give me a follow. I'd really appreciate it. I'll tweet good memes, pictures of my dog, all the things that we expect from a successful stream. The next match will be Innovation. That is confirmed. He is the last remaining player. But I do want to take a second to talk about Alpha and what we have coming up this weekend. I think it is Sunday, I want to say. Yep, this Sunday, the 9th, we do have an Alpha Pro Series event coming up, a very exciting one. I will take you over to that so we can take a look. It is one of our elite matches for $200+, and it is between Sue and TY. This will feature an interview afterwards for the winner. You can see some of the ones we've had before. We've had Innovation Classic, all kinds of players, and this is one of our most exciting ones yet. We're only able to do this because of our sponsors, so I do want to take a minute to talk about our other sponsor that helps us do these matches, and that sponsor is GameStop. I think a lot of you probably know who GameStop are, especially from the US or most of Europe. But GameStop are the biggest games retailer in the world, brick and mortar that is. They also provide things like controller repair, merchandise, trade-ins, everything you want. Your newest AAA titles, cards for balance for your World of Warcraft account, everything you want. And recently, GameStop have decided to bring the benefits to us, esports players. They have opened up a program where you can receive coaching from some of the best players and most prominent teams in the world. No matter what game you like, if you like League, if you like Counter-Strike, if you like Dota, if you like StarCraft, check them out through the Matcherino and our future and previous events, and they'll be able to sort you out. So thank you to GameStop, we really appreciate them for helping us provide our own content. Now, just to reiterate, what I'm casting today, the BJ Destruction Team League, is not an alpha event. We are just the English commentators for that. But we need to push our agenda, don't we? You know, if we don't sell out, how do we buy in? We are waiting for the next player. It is now match point, so Innovation will be loading in to the game. I will see you there. As you can see, it is Innovation in the bottom left. Playing for Team Team Rec. I can't say their team's name. It's really bad. I have a speech impediment, things like that. C's and I's and reciprocity. It's very hard for me. So Team Rec. I'm playing for Triumphant Sun Gaming. Currently on track to all kill Team Maru. Don't get to say that every day. It is herO. A legendary player in his own right. I am casting this from a feed, so you get to enjoy the lovely Brood War music in the background. Always makes me feel good. Innovation hasn't gone for any proxy shenanigans. He's not going to try and get himself a quick win. Innovation now has to win 4 maps in a row. If there is any player on Earth who I would trust to win 4 maps in a row, it is this man. Innovation is one of a kind. He's so good. The way he's been playing TVP recently is a lot of SCV pools. I don't know if we'll see that this game. It has been a couple of weeks since I cast him. I saw him beat Classic in one of our Alpha Pro Series events. 5 maps to 1 by SCV pulling him 4 times. We do have the Cyber Core before the Nexus from herO, so he will be able to defend that Reaper or go across the map with his Adept if he chooses to. It is a good Reaper map though. I expect him to probably keep the Adept at home. Game very standard so far. It is going to be the Stalker with the Chrono in it immediately. herO, knowing the size of the map and when the Reaper arrives, knows he can get away with getting that Stalker. Maru will, Innovation, sorry, will get that bunker on the low ground as well, just in case there is an Adept coming or any max packs. Stalkers with a secret proxy gate, just being very annoying. The first Stalker is out, and this Reaper shouldn't expect to do anything. He does come in, see that there's a Stalker there, and know, okay, at least I'm relatively safe at home. You have a Twilight Council coming out from herO, sticking with what worked last game. We'll probably open Blink again. This Reaper getting dangerously low for Innovation. It will survive Innovation's Reapers, like you thermals, very slippery. Innovation is getting his factory. We'll have to see what he does with that, if he does go for Widow Mines or mixes it up a little bit. The bunker does mean that these workers are very safe. There's a little bit of an anti-timing. You can hit his Protoss to do a little bit of damage if there is no bunker. Blink started for herO, playing very akin to last game. Doesn't want to sway from what works. You beat one of the best Terran players in the world, you might as well beat the second best Terran player in the world. Innovation's Reaper, very slippery, as a good Reaper should be. Does get out once again. Innovation wants to try and chase us down, but it's just too fast. Does get that away. Very nice play there, very nice game sense from Innovation. Now, I don't think we've seen the factory producing any units yet. It is loading up there with that tech lab, so we'll either see tanks quite quickly or possibly Cyclones, although Cyclone drops and things like that are a little bit strange. Are we going to see Cloak Banshees? Yes, we are indeed. So Cloak Banshees is going to be Innovation's opening here, or his opening harassment tool. This is actually almost identical to what Maru did last game, and Maru didn't manage... Oh, he did kill 5 or 6 workers. Maybe the players have exchanged words here and gone, oh, he's shite against this, but he needs to make sure not to die afterwards. There is a forward going down a little bit earlier, so the possibility of cannons is higher here. The defence for the Cloak Banshees could be a little bit better. Cloak obviously far away. We do also have tanks from Innovation. Innovation finally loses his Reaper. Does see the gas timings on the natural though. Sees that there is just free gas right now. So he's not coming up against any really quick Colossus or really quick Storm. You need a bit more gas for that. eBay coming down here for Inno as he mixes Raven. May use this as a harassment tool. There is already an observer in place to see this Banshee. This Banshee from now should not be expected to do too much damage. It does have Cloak, but there are Stalkers in position. Actually, the Stalkers have just pulled away. Okay, they're going into the mineral line. The Observer probably on its way back already. And is. So we should only see really a couple, if not, if even that. This Banshee goes down. herO puts himself 1-0 in this game. He's certainly, you know, scored the first goal, got the first try, hit the first putt. I don't know any other sports. Losing that Banshee is frustrating. It gives information. It's a harassment tool. It can be used as a defensive tool. It's certainly frustrating to lose it. For I think he probably just got one probe. herO's probe count is good. Innovation is also very healthy. Innovation has got a small supply lead, but that will change very shortly as herO adds on 3 or 4 more gates. herO now scouting around the map, checking that third timing of innovation. We'll probably go into that observation mode soon, so he gets a really big amount of coverage from that observer. He hasn't chosen to do so. There is a Raven here, so if that observer sits in the wrong place, it will not do so well. What it does see is innovations move out. Oh, that's really nice. herO reacting nice and quickly, doesn't lose the observer. These are units you really don't want to lose, you know. Every unit counts, even an observer. So useful. Now, we've not seen an SCV pool, but this is a lot of units for innovation. There are quite a few from what I see proxy pylons on the map. And innovation is moving out. Now, he is up in supply, and he does have 7 more army supply, equal upgrades. Stalkers, if they can pick off a tank, very nice. The tank is saved by innovation. Very nice play there. 1 or 2 Marines will fall. The tank's now going to put out a lot of DPS. There is a double drop set up for innovation, but it's immediately seen that earlier observer. As I said, these are why you don't want to lose them. Provides so much information. Concussive shell is close, and that makes these blink stalkers a little bit less useful. Because even when they run away, they're nice and slow, like me on a Monday morning. Now herO continues to get a good read on the army, on its position and on its movements as well as its size. With that observer that has survived so long. Inno is going for a big double drop towards the main from the looks of things, but there is also a drop loaded up for a herO going towards the natural of innovation. So both these players are about to start harassing on a serious level. We do have a whole load of charge zealots. I believe charge is done. But also innovation has a whole load of Marines and Marauders, and they're very, very good at killing things quick. Now, herO does try and pounce on innovation here. The anti-armor missile very, very good. The force field's absolutely superb, but the disable on the Immortals means they did nothing in this fight. And actually, I kind of like Inno's position. He's lost so many workers, though. He needs to have a great fight. Inno is now slightly down in supplies. He's going to lose even more workers. He's already lost 21. The recall is forced. Inno may have decimated the base, but he didn't decimate the economy. This will eventually be cleaned up, and the main will go down, which is sure it's nice for innovation. But innovation is now down 37 to 56 workers. He's down 20 workers, and I think that may be about to decrease even more. He loses 4 more SCVs immediately, and they are being chased down. It looks like these zealots will finally... Nope. Warp Prism, too quick. Innovation is going to try and chase that down. I don't think he gets it even with boost. I think the boost runs out before. Innovation is still up in supply. He has a very, very strong army. Similar to the Maru game, this is what happened. Maru had a lot of extra army supply, but he didn't. He wasn't decisive enough on his move out. He didn't hit the timing that maybe he could have to do the damage he needs to. Instead, he chose to re-SCV and try and keep up economically. Obviously, when you see that many mules, you know the money is going to be flowing for innovation. But herO also has a very, very healthy economy. Now, innovation is up 30. He was up 30 army supply, just lost a full medevac. Or close to. Another huge run by here. Multiple mules will go down. SCVs will go down. Zealots here will be cleaned up, sure, but another huge pull. And behind his herO is almost on 4 bases. Recalls as well, saving all those units. He's killed so many workers this game. It must have been like 25. and not lost that many of his own. Now, Innovation does have a decent army. These Widow Mines will be very, very nice, and if they can get good hits, you can see those Zealots do melt. That Raven got some really nice auto turrets down. Managed to provide a lot of DPS there. There is a tank in the back doing a lot. Zealot's not able to connect. Now the Blinking does come. There are reinforcements coming from Innovation. Innovation taking an okay fight so far. He needs to re-stim up these back and reinforcements. He's trying to micro with that stutter step as best as he can. There are very few better as well. But herO has held on. Now Innovation is up there again in workers. What he has done is delay his upgrades, I believe. I don't think he's... No, he hasn't even started his 2-2, and herO's is about to finish. And that's very, very scary. These trades will be very much in herO's favour. You can see as 2-2... Oh my god, he doesn't want to be doing that though. As 2-2 finishes, the Zealots specifically will be so strong, so tanky, so much damage. And here comes the train. This is what Innovation does so well. He knows when the boys are needed. There's no AoE here. These will do so much. There is actually a large bit of friendly fire done there by some of the Widow Mines to the SCVs, but these SCVs will tank so much. You can see Innovation desperate to get the damage down. He has stimmed in. He's starting to drop in supply. So is herO. This is a very close fight so far. herO warping in a lot more Zealots, so Innovation has next to no SCVs left. He has killed probes, and actually only down 15 now, not the end of the world. If Innovation can get this base, that would be nice, but the Zealots are now here. A lot of Innovation's army is in Medivacs. He doesn't have that much in pure bio. And this game is still very interesting. Innovation, once again, has lost so many workers, probably close to 50 this game. But he did manage to pick off a few this time, and now herO does have so much. There is no AoE here, there's no Storm. Oh my god, the Widow Mine gets an absolutely massive hit on those Zealots and Stalkers. Innovation has lost 20 workers in the last minute or so, and before that 20 more. But he's managing to trade well against this bio. His micro is just superb, absolutely top tier. Zealots are very difficult to micro against, so once that charge comes in, you are losing a unit. Widow Mine gets another decent hit, but is picked off. These Zealots still on top of the army. But I think Innovation might just be pushing through. There's nothing left for herO. herO has no money. Innovation's now at double the supply, and he's actually done it. The SCV pool for Innovation proves to be enough, and it does look like he will be taking one map back for his team. With 3 more to go, if he wants any chance of winning this. GG is called. Team Rex Innovation takes a map, and there's still plenty to play for here for Team Maru. Innovation has got a long way to go. He's got the team on his back right now. But as I said previously, if anyone can do it, it's Innovation. Okay, that was good. I really, to be honest, I thought herO was on too much of a streak. I thought it was over. It wasn't. Everything is bomb. We get a few more games today, which is nice. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope the weather's nice, wherever in the world you are. We will wait for the next game. The remaining players for Team herO are SOS, Zest and Fantasy. So we will have another PVT or a TVT. If I'm in Team herO's shoes right now, I send out Zest and really try and throw Innovation off. Obviously, we all know Zest is a very, 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 very aggressive player. Which, you know, I can respect. He is certainly the one who can pick up a quick win, and that's all they need, is just one quick win. So, we will have to wait and see who the player is going to be. My Korean friends are looking very intrigued, as am I. We are waiting. Guys, if you do have a minute, it'd be really nice if you could just check out mine and Alpha's social media. We have incredible, incredible games coming up. We have a best of 9 between Sue and T. I have to double check this now. I'm doubting myself. Between Sue and TY, I was right. Coming up this Sunday, we also have some other matches in the form of like our regular series, Vindicta versus Eggs. Eggs is the Colombian? Yes. Columbian's Egg player. So much cool stuff coming up. Vindictor, obviously, one of our own. And my name is Grant. All my stuff is at Grant SC2. I commentate a lot. I'm always here. So please, throw me a cheeky follow, and I love you forever. But for now, let's get into the game. Full screen. And I was right, it is going to be Zest. As we all know, Zest is best at being a pain in the ass. So, Zest a very aggressive player. We have seen him play quite a lot of macro in these Team League matches. Seen him go up to 3 bases regularly. When you're playing Innovation, I'm not certain that's your best option. Innovation is so good. So good. We will have to wait and see. Zest is going to move out for an early scout, check it is no proxy, maybe even throw down one of his own. I wouldn't be surprised to see a proxy Stargate or something out of Zest. Maybe even a proxy Robo, something really different. He is moving in a slightly strange way. Oh no, this is the way you have to go across this map, of course it is. So we'll have to wait and see what the choice is from our red Protoss friend. Looks like he's just going for a regular scout. It was an early scout. He will see that it is normal. He is not being proxied. There is a gas geyser taken for Innovation, so it is Reaper. That Reaper starts immediately. Zest just trying to be annoying with this probe, try and slow everything down. Innovation is also going to scout, because when you play Zest, you scout. That's a must-have. CC goes down in a very good time for Innovation. Zest wasn't able to deny too much. He knows a Reaper is on its way. We will see a Stalker, probably Chronode immediately. May also go for the Adept instead. The Adept it is. This game very standard to start with. A few small personal changes, you know. In the last game, herO decided to opt for the Stalker opening. Zest is going to go for that Adept instead. The Adept able to chase down the Reaper that little bit better and maybe get the kill. Will not get another hit here. The ramp is walled off as well. Very nice there from Zest. There is just one real place that you can jump up here from outside of the natural. It's very easy to block as a Protoss player. If you didn't know, the blue lights indicate where a Reaper can go. I feel like everyone probably knows that by now. Zest has opened with that Twilight Council. He has gone for that very standard opening. It's the exact same game as last game so far, apart from that Adept instead of Stalker. No one. Oh, actually, we do have a Cyclone coming out of Innovation, so that is slightly different. The Adept is here, just trying to make sure this Reaper doesn't get in. He wants to hide as much as possible. StarCraft is a game of missing information. I say this all the time. The more information you miss, the harder it is. The stream is deciding to be a pain in the ass, but it's back. Innovation actually going for a very, very quick third CC. Come on. I apologise, guys, for a couple of spikes I am casting from a feed. And it can be an absolute nightmare sometimes. I'd rather a little dancing kitty. Sometimes it just needs a refresh. Innovation is out on the map now with a Cyclone, probably trying to pick off anything like this here. This Phoenix will fall and does not get the Scout, so this is nice for Innovation. Right now, here Zest is going to be playing in the dark, and Zest is the kind of player you want to keep in the dark, because the less he knows, the less he can do. Zest does go for quite a quick third, so he hasn't gone for one of those really cheeky quick wins as we sort of expect from him. In this Team League, he's played a very solid macro style. Cyclone is moving across the map. And we do have Cloak Banshees coming out for Innovation. Didn't work out in the last game whatsoever. But the last game is the last game and Innovation still won it, so The Reaper does finally fall, but the Cyclone will manage to walk away. Or drive away, wheel away, roll away, however you wish to say. That rhymed. Zest is going for that double forge. And we'll be looking to macro quite heavily in this game. Behind this, as I said, we do have the Cloak Banshees. There is a Raven. The Banshee is now moving across the map, as my observer is showing you. Building up energy, getting ready to do some damage. I think it's only now just been scouted. There is an observer already out. So Zest does see the third. That's very important to see the timing on that. And his option behind this seems to be to just probe up, get his upgrades. He's getting armor, he's getting weapons. This observer does see the Banshee. The Banshee does cloak and start to head in. This may get a couple of probes, which is nice. Zest opting not to pull away. He does get 2, 3. 3 for the Banshee isn't too bad. You want 4 or 5, but it's better than 0. As you can see, Innovation still is slightly behind in workers, but he has mules to sort of compensate for that. And also with the chrono boost of Zest, you don't really expect to be ahead. Well, that's a lot of gateways. Now Zest is looking like maybe he wants to be aggressive. We're going up to 8, which is kind of regular for 3 bases. Usually you see 3 on 2 bases and then sort of 8 on 3. Instead he opted to just stay on 2, whilst on 2 bases and throw 6 down at a time. Well, this still could be a very aggressive push. Zest certainly known for this. He's going to have Zealot legs pretty soon. He has his Prism. Things looking pretty steady for both of these players. No one really committing to too much. Zest now warping in 8 Zealots, but there's nowhere near Zealot legs, so I wouldn't anticipate he gets a huge amount of damage done here. He's going to clear off his path to the left. I don't think he brought probes with him. No, he didn't. He does have Blink, so he is able to be very mobile. Maybe try and pick off a Marine or 2. Whilst he waits for the Zealot legs to finish, he is warping in a lot of units right now. And he has stopped upgrades for a while. Blue Flame is on the way, as well as... Wait, this is Mac. I've only just realised. Oh, I apologise, guys. I'm done. This is what happens when you cast for like 4 or 5 hours. So it is Mac from Innovation. I apologise for missing that. The 2 Fake Warp Prisms are going to try and pull the army out of position. Innovation is also having to worry about this possible blink from the right hand side. Now there are tanks and things here. This is so many Zealots. There are a lot of tanks here, but there's nothing. Once these Zealots get on top of these tanks, they are going to absolutely mount. Guardian Shield provides so much DPS. Now there are Blue Flame Hellions, but they get completely surrounded. And it looks like Zest is pushing through. He's warping in more and more units. There are some turrets here from the Raven that are doing a little bit, but I think Innovation is in trouble. Zest types something in Korean. I don't know what it means. But he is tearing apart. Oh my god, that force field is absolutely filthy. All of these workers will fall down. Innovation currently down 35 supply. His third is sacked and will fall. Innovation types something else in Korean. Unfortunately, I do not speak Korean. I don't really know what's happening, but from what I can tell... Oh no, it's freezing. Zest probably knows he has won this. That was an absolutely huge foray of units. And now... he is going into the base. He is going to start to pick off even more. Innovation supply blocked very heavily. The force field stopping so many of these Hellbats from getting on top of things. Innovation able to warp in more. He's going to try and pick off as many Hellbats as he can, so the Zealots have more of an impact in this fight. Obviously they do disappear. Raven will fall. Goodbye, Mr. Raven. Another Cyclone does come out, but there's just nothing left for Innovation, really. He's down 40 supply. These Zealots were picking off the last of these units. Innovation types again, but I think we'll see GG. There it is. And Team herO take the series 4-1. And now we have an interesting scenario, because I don't know who goes through. We will have to figure this out together, team. Okay, right. I need the help of everyone here. Okay, so Team herO win 4-1. They got 3-1. They're definitely in second. Team Maru are now 2-2. They're 10 and 15. No, they're 10 and 14. How's that possible? Did they just win the one map? Yeah. And lost 4. Wait. This is too confusing for me. I think they scraped through being 10 and 14. So Team Maru are 2. I'm going to do the maths to make sure this is alright. 5. 9. Wait, what? So they've lost 2. 5. 9. They're 10 and 13. Which doesn't make sense. I think Team Maru's through. I think they're winning that one map means they make it. I'm so confused. Let's see what the Afrika people say. We'll watch these guys for a second. For now, guys, that is the end of today's show. That is everything that we have series-wise. This was the final day. We next go into playoffs, which is tomorrow. Well, I didn't realise that. And then the grand finals the day after. So we do have games every day. The grand finals will be Team Classic against the winner of Team herO and Maru, I believe. So I think we get the same show match again tomorrow. Huh. Very interesting. I do recommend, guys, that you check out the bracket when it is updated on Team Liquid, because I cannot work this out. I'm not very intelligent. Thank you, Marine SC2, if you're still here, for the great casting. I really appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me just bring it to me so I can say goodbye. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. I've casted a long time today. I've done 2 series back to back. I have a big red mark on my head. Oh no, it's a hair. It was a hair. Well, that's silly. That is all we have time for. We will be back tomorrow with the next round. I believe it is the same time. Oh, I don't understand that. I need to look at these symbols. Right, so we have the weird table and then a line, and the square and a line with a dash in it. We're going to do the translations here to figure out which team's which. Oh, I can't see it on Team Liquid. I can see it over here, though. Alpha, 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 alpha. Where's alpha at? Wow, that's so many likes on my tweets recently. I'm so popular. Alpha. I think we have it pinned. Right, do you know what? I'm pretty sure Team herO and Team Maru play again tomorrow. If I'm wrong, then it'll be a pleasant surprise. Guys, check the Team Liquid. We will be back same time tomorrow. So in 22 hours, I believe. Or just shy of 22 hours. 21 hours, 36 minutes. Exactly. We will be back. I will be back. I think I may have company tomorrow. Not certain. We'll work it out. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the sunshine wherever you are. If you have it. I know Europe's pretty good right now. Don't know about the States. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.